Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over how to teach a dog to sit and lie down. We're going to start simply by guiding our dog through the position changes, and then gradually we're going to transition to using some hand signals, and then finally we're going to add in some verbal cues. As we progress, we're going to discuss how to generalize these behaviors so that we can ensure reliability in new environments and around distractions. And finally, we're going to talk about how to maintain these behaviors long term without relying on food reward. Sitting down are two of the first behaviors we like to teach young puppies. That's partly because they're easy behaviors to teach and we love to start off with easy wins, but also because the first behaviors we teach a puppy will become default behaviors that they'll offer frequently unprompted to get our attention. And we prefer that they offer us calm behaviors when trying to get our attention as opposed to excited behaviors. If the first trick that you teach your puppy is paw, you're going to end up with a dog who puts their paws on you and your guests to ask for attention. In this first section, we're going to start by using a lure. We're going to put a treat on our puppy's nose and we're going to guide them into the position that we want. So for going from a sit into a down, you want to take the treat, put it on your dog's nose, and bring that treat down between their front two paws. When we're going from a down back up into a sit, very similar, we're going to take that treat, put it on their nose, but we're going to lift the treat up above their head, and we want to make sure that we're bringing it up and back so that they pop up into that sit position. You'll notice in this clip we have our dog not sure where they're supposed to go, so we can keep that treat really close to their nose so that they keep on smelling it, and you can always move to higher value treats if you aren't getting the response that you're looking for. And we like to just alternate back and forth between sits and downs, practicing some puppy push-ups. This clip is actually the first time that we worked with this dog on their sits and downs. So as we progress forward, you're going to see this same dog the next day after a couple more practice sessions, showing how we can easily move into the next phase. That was a much smoother transition going from that sit into that down. Just continue working at it until you get the responses that you're looking for. Don't feel like you have to push from using lures into hand signals in one single session. You can break it up into multiple sessions. In this next step, we're going to talk about fading our lures. So what we like to do to fade our lure is pretend that we're grabbing a treat out of our treat pouch, and then basically we're going to lure the puppy into the position just like we were doing before, but now we have an empty hand. And when our puppy goes into that position, we're going to mark, whether that's with a click or with a verbal marker like yes or good, and we're going to grab a treat from our pouch and reward our puppy. Step 3, we're going to actually add our vocal cues. Up until this point, we haven't put any verbal cues on. We haven't said the words sit or down because we want to make sure that our puppy is doing the behaviors reliably before we add in those verbal cues. When we decide to add our verbal cues, our puppy is doing really well with the sits and the downs. What we're going to do is we're going to say our verbal cue first, pause for a short half a second, maybe a second, and then we're going to give them the hand signal that they recognize. And this is so that they can start to understand the verbal cue on its own without needing the hand signal. Finally, how are we going to maintain this long term? We like to use a policy called the Say Please policy, where in order for our dog to do the things that they want to do, first they have to do something for us. In these clips, you're going to see our trainers asking our dogs to either sit or lie down before they get something that they want. So in that first clip, you'll notice that Julia asked Charlie to sit before unclipping his leash and then letting him go to run free. In this next clip, you're going to see Paula got Aura to sit before letting her chase after a toy. And same thing here, we're going to see her lie down first, and then after waiting, she's going to get to go chase after that toy. We like to get our dogs to do something for us first before we let them do the things that they want. Here you're going to see Winston sitting and lying down before going to chase after a ball. And finally, we've got Charlie waiting nicely at a door, sitting before we open the door and release him, tell him let's go, and walk through the door with him. These little examples are going to be how we maintain these behaviors long term. Whether your dog is just beginning their learning journey or you're looking to build more reliability around distractions, we hope that this video helps you and your puppy to take your training to the next level. If you have any questions regarding these exercises, your trainer will be happy to clarify for you.